Howdy. This is Megan streaming. This is 2026 State Men's B Pool Play. This is the first game of Men's B Pool Play. First game of Friday night. Mel's boys in white, Red Rock in black. I got here a little late. There's 10:56 left in the first half. Score is 0-0 right now. Red Rock Connor with possession behind the Red Rock net. Looking for some options. Nice little funnel here from Mel's boys. Solid forecheck. Manages to put it up boards, picked off, but gets out of the zone. Nelson had it, but he was offsides, ball crossed just before he did. So that'll be a whistle, and we'll have a face-off right here. Pretty full benches for both teams, it looks like. No one's got a bench coach. I don't know that Mel's boys normally would have a bench coach. I guess maybe Charlie Bear if he were here, since he's on MedX these days. Normally Red Rock would have Charlie Mitchell. Would have been cool, I guess. Charlie v. Charlie bench coaching. Mel's boys trying to get the ball up. Nico tried to pass down boards here. Didn't quite work out. Marty goes diving into the boards for Mel's boys. No contact, nothing crazy. Just Marty being Marty. Nico looking for options here for Red Rock. Goes to the slot, but Tim Burmis was there first to pick that off. Ripped toward the net from Red Rock. Goes back behind. Tim from Mel's boys will get there first. Tries to put up in the middle. Just managed to get around Nico. Number 2 here went down hard. I definitely know his name, but I am having a brain fart. So, sorry, buddy. Red Rock gets it up to Stark. Tries to get out of the zone to Miko. Banked up and out by Tim Burmis onto the Mel's boys bench. So we'll have a whistle right here outside the Red Rock zone. Looks like personnel changes for both teams here. Anyone just joining? It's Mel's boys versus Red Rock Pool Play. State 2026, 9:46 left in the first half. Score is 0-0. Mooney v. Rabe. Derek will win that for Mel's boys. Scott Curtis puts that up off boards. Joel McArdle will get there first. Go back behind the net here with pressure from number 3. Puts it toward the boards for his D partner who will manage to get around. Derek put it toward the middle here. Kicked up by Stark. Out of the Mel's boys zone, but Scott banks it back. Number 3 gets there, puts that back into the corner, and we'll dump and chase here. 9:14 left in the first half. Red Rock with possession. D-to-D pass here back behind the net. Bank up boards, picked off by number 18. Easy pick off there. Getting the business from Nate Rabe, who will generate a turnover. Up to Juice in the middle, can't leave that man unattended. Good back check there from Mooney. Back to Pat. Pat getting pressure from Juice here. Needs to move quick. He'll get a pinch from Stark. Throws it to the middle. Picked off by Nate Rabe. Ripped from Rabe toward Jeff Dale. He will smother that. 8:44 left now in the first half. We'll have a face-off here in the Mel's boys zone. I had the pleasure of playing state with Mel's boys 2 years ago. I believe it was during my first full year of indoor broomball. We did win Men's B State. It would be nice to see them come back again. They didn't quite have the gas in the tank last year. I don't quite remember what round they exited in. But I believe... Actually, don't. Wolves, I think, won. Oh, good save from Dale there. Rebound almost got picked up with 2 Red Rock players pressuring. Ball bounced off Neubauer's stick. Mooney not quite there to get it. Number 6 from Red Rock will rip toward the net. That's Ben Carpenter. Neubauer ripped toward the slot, but no one's home. Dave Pete given 25, who I believe is a baby Burmis, the business. Carpenter tries to go toward the slot. Picked off by Fox, but tipped back toward the net from Burmis Jr. Not happy. Jeff Dale covers it, though. We'll have another face-off here. Got a ref in my way. 7:58 left in the first half. Still 0-0. Mel's boys in white versus Red Rock in black for anyone just joining. Men's Pool Play State. Men's A and Women's A started last night. There were 4 games, I guess, for anyone. I don't know that Dave did post on the board, but I believe it was Arctic Blast 4, Bees 1 for Women's A, followed by Ducks 2, Lake Keep 1 for Women's A, and then it was MedX 2, CNL 1 for Men's A, and then Kelly Lake 3, Blizzard 2 for Men's A. So Men's pool play, most of those, and women's pool play for A, all pretty close scores for the most part. Ooh, good chance there from Red Rock. Jeff with a good little blocker save. Mikovic with it back. Passes to Joel. Egg on the corner. Back to Miko. Nice little cycle here from the boys in black. Miko to Joel. Joel back down boards here for all men. Miko cuts in to continue that reverse cycle. That was a nice little move there. Good pick by Burmese. Oh, some ball flinging around from the boys. Almost picked off there. Not quite. Good block from Burmese there on Miko. Dig in the corner here. Burmese pass back to Bretzman. Bretzman up boards, bounces off Joe. Oh, some bumping here. Pass back down. Bretzman's there first. Pass up to Burmese. But he will turn that over to Allman. Go back here from the 33 bank off the glass. Bretzman giving Connor some pressure here. Dan tried to pick that out from the air. Didn't quite work. Juice got there. Gets it to Miko. He shoots wide. Bretzman will get there first. But turn back over to Connor up here on the point. 6 minutes left in the half. Connor shoots toward the net. Would have gone wide. Jeff Dale gives it the extra juice to go all the way to the corner. Fling up there. We've got a one-on-one here, turning into a two-on-two. Number 3 tries to put it through the legs of the Red Rock defender here. Doesn't quite work. Didn't succeed on that nutmeg. Pass up to Juice, who was almost loose, but Marty got there first. 2 banks. Jeff Dale smothers that up before Stark can crash the net. I will zoom in a little bit. I don't want to zoom in too far, and then you can't see anything, but I also want to be mindful of, just having enough room for the viewers at home or on their phones or wherever you might be. 5:37 left in the first half. Still tied 0-0 Mel's boys versus Red Rock in men's B pool play at State here at Augsburg Arena. Curtis with the ball back behind the net. Bank. Oh gosh. Comes all the way out. So redo the face-off. I don't know that I would have ducked out of the way from that. I probably would have just taken it right to the face. 5:29 left in the first half. Mooney v. Rabe again. Rabe won that back. McArdle with the ball. Derek giving some good pressure there. Mel's boys managed to clear the zone. Jesse will get there first for Red Rock. Rip back around to her D partner here. Mooney tries to pinch, doesn't quite work, but Red Rock will just ice it right back down into the Mel's boys zone. So we'll have a face-off down here in the Red Rock zone. 5:06 left in the first half. I believe after this game on both rinks, it'll be women's B pool play. I think it's Minnesota Mild versus Frostbite here on rink B, and then I think it's Merrill Sweep or Parkway Sweeps, a Parkway Merrill Sweep combo versus Sweater Weather on A. So I will probably stream one of those. Depends how hungry I am. Scott Curtis, good rip toward the net. Jesse banks that. Ow! Oh! Banked off. They're calling that a hand pass from the Mel's boys captain, Jeff Dale, whamming the ice with a stick. We'll have a face-off here outside the Red Rock zone since they're calling that a hand toward the crease. Or I'm sorry, it'll be outside the Mel's boys zone. That's right. It looked really cool. Dave Pete wins that back. Tim Zimmer, rip. Down into the corner. Marty in a foot race with Ben Carrata. Marty banks the ball out. I'm going to go get that. 4:48 left in the half, for anyone curious. Okay. Mel's boys break the ball out. Got Burmese Jr. here. Baby Burmese. Tim Zimmer giving him the business on the boards. Burmese will maintain control of the ball. Maintain control. Tim Zimmer trying to get the ball off. Didn't quite work. Pat, I believe, with the ball. Tried to get it in the slot. Back to Burmese Jr., but Tim Zimmer will ice that down. And out of play. 4:21 left in the first half. Face off down here in the Red Rock zone. It's really I feel like in men's B, it could be anyone's game at pretty much hey, Jeff Dale got a goal. Oh, Jeffrey. Mooney v. Pete. Mooney, easy win. Pat, rip toward the net. Goes wide. Tim Zimmer there first, getting the business here from number 5. Pass up to Karate. Tried to bobble that out of the air. Didn't quite work. Tim Burmess banks it back down. Dave Peak gets the ball here for Red Rock. Tries to bank out for Neubauer, but it bounces off the wall in the Red Rock bench. And we'll have a face-off here outside the Red Rock zone. 3:56 left in the first half. 0-0, Mel's Boys v. Red Rock. To start off men's B pool play for state 2026. I know streaming is kind of hard on this rink, so apologies also. They're calling that an errant early draw there from Bretzman, so we'll redo the face-off. Bretzman was at forward with his body. Connor recovers for Red Rock. Has some room to move here behind the net. Gonna walk it up. Pass over to Joel on the boards here. Banks all the way out and over for Nelson, but Pat was there first. Good little give there for Bretzman. Puts it back in to the Red Rock zone. Connor there first for Red Rock, but getting quite the business here from number 3 on Mel's Boys. Oh, he'll go down. Some chatter, I think, from the Red Rock bench, but no call from the refs. Pat fanned a little bit on that. Jesse trying to get it back. Connor diving, saved her cover for Jesse since she was out in the slot. Rip from Pat. Bounces off and into the netting, but the faceoff should still stay here in the Red Rock zone. Some nice bystander. Looks like Zach Lee put that back on the ice here. We have 3:05 left in the first half. Still 0-0. Red Rock with the ball. Picked off by Mooney for Mel's Boys here. Shot toward the net. Blocked by a Red Rock butt. Mooney going back for his own blocked shot. Manages to turn over to Nelson, but Pat will keep that back in the zone here. We've got Burmess Jr. on the boards with McArdle. Tries to pass up to Pat, banks off Nelson. Burmess Sr. will get there first. Miko with the ball for Red Rock, carrying into Mel's Boys zone. Tim Burmess will cut in, give Pat a hand here, recover, bank off the boards, cut off by Joel. A lot of physical play here. McArdle trying to keep the ball in the Mel's Boys zone, manages to do so. Pass upwards, just grabbed by Miko here. Mel's Boys giving him quite a bit of pressure. Pass to Nelson, to McArdle, to 84. He'll go over to the side here for Nelson on the wall. To Miko. Shot toward net. Jeff Dale will not allow a rebound opportunity there for Joel or for Nelson. So we will have a face-off down here in the Mel's Boys zone. 1:55 left in the first half. Still 0-0. Mooney wins that back to Curtis. Big off boards here. 35 kicks it right into Zimmer's gut. He'll keep that low board here. Gives it to Juice. Juice doing Juice stuff. Rip off the backboards. Picked up by Dave Pete. Given to Ben Carpenter. Bank toward the middle, but didn't quite connect to anybody. Good bank off the glass there for 35 here to Burmess Jr. Pass across to the Mel's Boys captain. He's got a couple folks back checking on him. Opposite pass back to Scotty Curtis here. Rip up. Does not hit me that time. Mooney will put that deep for Mel's Boys. Jesse gives out a soft little rip around for Dave Stark. Manages to get it around a Mel's boy, a boy of Mel. Carpenter to, I don't know if it was supposed to be McGee or Zimmer, but Zimmer with the ball. Burmess Jr. trying to give some pressure here. Bank off the boards from Zimmer. Picked off by 35, who slips after kicking. Juice is loose here. Curtis in a foot race here with Juice, but Juice made it just a just out run. Jeff Dale will direct that rebound to the corner for Curtis to rip around. Burmis Jr. here in a Mel's, or I guess it would be a Mel's Boys sandwich with a Red Rock bread. Has Mooney on the boards here if he can manage to get around Zimmer. Doesn't quite pan out. Zimmer will fire that back off the back glass. Scotty Curtis puts up glass for Mooney, clears it toward the middle. Nobody was there to pick that off though, so foot race there. Caught up by a Mel's boy. I believe that's Fox, if I'm remembering names correctly. Up boards, picked up by Kurata. And that's the end of the first half. Currently 0-0 still. Men's B. State pool play at Augsburg Arena. We have, I think this is a Burmis. A babyer Burmis. I'm pretty sure this is a Burmis kid. And the goalie cheer hanging out between the halves. I think decent-ish opportunities from both. I would say Mel's boys need to connect passes a little better. They're having quite a few turnovers just right onto Red Rock guys. And they had like some really solid chances. But Red Rock's defense is really solid. Jessie's a tough goaltender to get around, and they know how to shell up for her when she leaves the net. And then for Red Rock, offensively, I mean, if you can't get rebounds off Jeff Dale, if you shoot it too clean so he can just smother it, it's you're going to have a hard time scoring. So you need to not shoot it low and into Jeff Dale's gut, I guess would be my best advice for Red Rock. Yeah, just solid goaltending on both teams. I would not be surprised if this ends up being our first OT of State 2026. We didn't have any OTs last night, so it should be interesting. Burmis kid lost his helmet. Classic. All right, second half, 0-0. Here we go. Marty banks that up and into the Red Rock zone to get us started here in the second half. Sorry, my fan phoned up a little bit. Connor with the ball back behind the Red Rock net. Had Allman here on the boards, was a little too slow. Opposite pass to Kurata, who will give it back to Connor after some pressure. He'll have to walk up the middle after pressure from Dan. Oh, could have been a very scary opportunity there, but Jesse wisely leaves the net, banks that toward the boards. Neubauer almost got that around Marty. It went off his shoulder, but I'm not sure if, like directing with your arm counts or not. Apparently it does. As a goalie, I could not tell you. I mean, I guess if you can't score doing that, I don't know. I feel like we need a ref interview at some point on BCL. Connor with the ball. Banks it into the Mel's boys zone. Pat will get there first for the boys. He'll walk a little, see what he's got for options. Nice. Bank off the boards. Didn't quite connect with Bretzman. Pete kind of blocked his path a little bit. Connor will keep that for Red Rock. Tries to get it through two Mel's boys. Doesn't quite work. Bretzman will put that out of the zone. But Connor will get there first. Connor walking up the middle again. Drop by Burmis. He'll get a penalty. Slamming his stick again. That's all right, buddy. Shake it off. I will say, as someone who played with Mel's boys 2 years ago, I believe it was against Red Rock. A guy got a penalty, slammed his stick, slammed the penalty box door, and then got kicked out of the game. So if I were him, I would be very careful. I don't know that he's played in a tournament before. Blaine can be a little more relaxed with the rules because there's only one ref, and that is usually where Mel's boys plays, and then they do state. And I don't know historically if they tend to do other tournaments. Just in my almost 3 years now playing indoor, that's been the trend for them. Waiting for the scorekeeper to get the penalty up on the clock here before they drop the ball. 13:51 left. Red Rock power play after a Mel's Boys penalty for anyone just joining. Zimmer with the ball for Red Rock. Room to move here. Gives it to Juice. Burmis Sr. giving him the business. Couldn't quite get it around Tim Zimmer. He'll keep it in the zone for Red Rock here. He's got McArdle just hanging out. McArdle to Zimmer. Zimmer banks up and off Burmis's leg. Pat will pick that up from Mel's Boys in the corner. Nice recovery. Resetting here. McArdle with the ball for Red Rock. Neubauer ripped toward the net. Smothered by Jeff Dale after it banked off the side. 1:28 left in the Mel's Boys penalty. And 13:18 left in the second half of this game. One toward the net. Burmis tried to put it out. Good block from Pat. Hoo-wee. Neubauer upwards for McArdle. McArdle, I think, wanted to shoot, then wanted to pass, but Bretzman's a tough customer. Good little tip by Pat. Made that so Nate couldn't do a little one-timer action. Good clear. 1 minute left in this kill for Mel's Boys. Jesse puts that up. Easy pass for Tim Zimmer. Light pressure here from Bretzman for Mel's Boys. McArdle to Zimmer to Miko. Couldn't quite get in the zone. Refs are saying offsides. Burmis, the one-man army. Two Mel's Boys. Pressure on the ball there. Good clear again from Mel's Boys. 38 seconds left in the penalty. Tim Zimmer gets a pass from Jesse again. So nice. Do it twice. Picked off pass here. McArdle, number 2, tied up. Pat puts that toward the middle, I think, for Burmis. Succeeds. Burmis almost gets through 2 guys, but now we have a 3-on-2 opportunity here for Red Rock. Tipped up and over by Pat. Picked up by number 2. He'll kick towards for Bretzman. Bretzman tries to clear, but that'll be picked off by Tim Zimmer. Rip toward the net. Bank off the glass. Tim Zimmer special. Beautiful drop. Glove save from Jeff Dale. 4 seconds left in the penalty. McArdle's shot goes wide. Juice is loose. Bang toward the net. I think he wanted to pick that back door for Neubauer. Didn't quite connect. Good block there from Burmis to keep that away from the slot. We are now even strength. Great kill by Mel's Boys. A lot of good chances there for Red Rock. I think probably their best chances of this game so far. Number 5 with the ball. They haven't really had any line changes during this kill. It's a very risky play. We've got Derek Mooney now running solo. V. Jesse. And he scores. Woo! Wow. Very sneaky line change from Mel's Boys. Manages to pan out after a 3v1 pass through. Mooney from Pat puts Mel's Boys up on the board first. We have 11:17 left in the half. Mel's Boys 1, Red Rock 0. Lots of game time left. Plenty of time for Red Rock to answer. Oh. Seemed like an incidental bump there. I don't disagree with no call there. Connor just playing the ball. Picked by Jesse and good D by Connor there. Could have been 2 for Mooney in less than a minute. Good rip toward the net from Curtis. Didn't quite get to number 3. Sticky fanned a little bit. Missed it. Mooney hanging out back door. Connor's got eyes though. Tried to walk through 2 guys. Almost worked. Connor will pick that up for Red Rock. Bank up toward the middle. Curtis there first. Curtis ripped toward the net. Bounces off the back. Hanging out behind. Joel gets there first. Pressure here from Mooney. Joel flips the ball up. Manages to get around. Mooney puts it toward Connor in the middle. Connor putting up for Miko. Bump by Curtis. No call. Mooney with the ball now after a banking pass off the boards. Tried to go to Dan. Kind of worked a little, but Miko got there first. Miko off boards here. Good pick by Mooney. Got Dan and Mooney. Mooney walking. Manages to get it through McArdle. Almost to Burmis Jr. But good aggressive back check there from Nelson. Managed to squash that opportunity. Baby Burmis here. V. Nelson in the corner. 2 very quick physical guys. Could go either way. Wants to go to his D. Manages to get it past Juice and up to Curtis. Curtis to Bretzman. Pressure from Miko there. Bretzman content to safely put that on the boards. Back to Burmis Jr. here. Burmis tried to put it out toward the front. Almost got through, but Dan couldn't quite get through a defender and Jesse. That's a tough sell. Oh, good pick off by McArdle. Banks it back around. Nelson will get there first. Up to Juice. But Red Rock needs some personnel change, so Juice is just going to try to rip that deep into the Mel's Boys zone. Banks off a foot. Bretzman will get there first. Ben Carpenter giving him some pressure here. 2 Red Rock guys on there. That was a hard play to sell. There's one thing I have to give Red Rock a lot of credit for. Like, their positioning is just so solid. And I mean, Jessie's a wonderful coach. She coached the Grey Ducks Worlds women's team that won Worlds, and very solid understanding of positioning. All banked up and out by Bretzman. We'll have a face-off here in the Mel's Boys zone. 8:53 left in the second half. And then Charlie Mitchell has a very strong hockey background, and they've got quite a few hockey guys on that Red Rock bench. Their positioning is just very solid, and when Jesse's on and the vibes are good with their positioning and their systems, they're playing great. It's just can't quite get a good offense, I think, like they'd like, and Jeff has made some really big saves. Pat manages to try to squeak around a couple of guys, but it fakes up and out. Some little pokes there, some we're goods from 22 and Pat. Face up again here in the Mel's Boys zone. Looks like we'll have Bretzman v. Rabe. $8:39 left. Pat with the ball, flip, up, caught by Connor. Bank off the boards here to Stark, to Rabe. He's got that give and go for, oh my gosh, I would have passed to Stark. Pat manages to pick off Rabe in a foot race here with Connor. Has Bretzman with him if he can manage to, and they also have the captain back door. Pass didn't quite connect. Having a hard time getting to his feet. He might have tweaked something. He's running kind of funny. Marty with the ball. Banks it back in the zone. Oh, poor number 10. I know he's had a few injuries over the years. I don't believe he played when I subbed with Mel's Boys a couple years ago, so that's tough. Hopefully he's okay. I think they're saying offsides. I have no idea. Face-off in their zone. I missed it. I was too busy worrying about the Mel's Boys captain's physical safety. Face-off here. Red Rock zone. 7:53 left in the second half. It is currently Mel's Boys 1, Red Rock 0. Plenty of game left. Oh, never mind. Red Rock got a penalty. Maybe too many men? I don't know. Looks like Red Rock called a timeout. Mel's Boys doesn't feel compelled to go to the bench. They're just going to let it ride. Ernest kid looks like he wants to get back on the ice. He is back on the ice. Stretching, doing his goalie stretches, getting ready. Oh, he's sliding. It's weird. There's 2 seconds off the penalty. And there shouldn't be because the ball never got dropped and the clock never ran. So they should probably fix that. Looks like they're walking over to let him know. It should put 2 more seconds back on the clock. And yeah, the Mel's Boys are squawking. They saw it. 2 seconds back on the clock. It'll be 7:52 left in the second half. Mel's Boys power play. I think they're just going to wait to start the clock for 2 seconds rather than reset a bunch of stuff, which saves some. Oh, never mind. I just put another penalty up there. So there's actually only 1 penalty for anyone who can somehow see the clock. Oh, Mooney pick off. Good pick from Connor there. Mel's Boys will maintain possession. I noticed they do this thing when they have a power play where they just put Marty in front of the goalie because he's huge. Normally a defender, a very effective screen because he is taller than pretty much everybody. Good pass back door there to Mooney, real strong. Connor decided that was his time to cut in, and it did pan out. I'll give it to him. Pete with the ball down the corner for Red Rock. Mel's Boys needs to put 2 on the ball if they want to get it back. Stark tries to clear, bounces up off Pat's foot. Stark, a very quick man. He will chase that ball forever. 2 with the ball. He's got options. Pass to Pat. I think that's a smart move. To Mooney. Ooh, good cutoff from Pete. Stark will try to clear. Bounces off a Mel's Boy. Calling it a hand pass. I don't know if I agree with that call. It didn't, like, he didn't intentionally pass it. He was just trying to block it. I've struggled with this year. I've played as a runner in women's B in the women's league that's here on Saturdays, and sometimes when the ball just like if someone's trying to grab it and it bounces off, sometimes they'll call it a hand pass, sometimes they don't. But that's all right. Play will continue. 49 seconds left in the Red Rock penalty. Connor digs in to get the ball here for Red Rock. Two Mel's boys giving him the business. Stark will get there first. Dive in there, probably not the move, but Bretzman, good back check there. Shot goes wide. Mel's boys just aren't getting to the ball first. That's a problem. Might want to tighten that up. Off the glass, Banks off ahead, still in play, still in the zone. 23 seconds left in the Red Rock penalty. Mel's boys could probably make one more play. Bretzman banks it off the boards, picked off by Connor. He's having a hell of a game. Four seconds left. Marty, bank, wide. Red Rock is free. They need to be careful because now there's a guy going long, and yeah, Miko on a breakaway here. Could be the equalizer that Red Rock needs. Didn't quite make it. Solid back check there for Mel's boys. But they got numbers. Burmis ball, getting business from Miko. Miko manages to take the ball off Burmis' stick. Shot toward the net, banked aside by Jeff Dale. Burmis will get there first. Bretzman with the ball. Bank off the boards. Juice fell. I'm not really sure what happened there. I didn't see it. Scott Curtis with the ball. Puts it back toward the corner for Burmis. 5 minutes left. I mean, Mel's boys doesn't need to get another goal. They really just need to keep Red Rock out of their zone and not let them have free real estate to score. Bretzman doesn't quite get that pass off the boards. Picked off by Miko. Pass to Nelson. Fanned on it. Goes wide. Everyone just kind of, yeah, it's a little, Mel's boys are slowing down quite a bit at a time where they really should not slow down, and Red Rock really has their foot on the gas. Nelson with the ball. Pass to the middle. Juice was loose, but not loose enough. Burmis picked that off. Managed to turn over Nelson, though. Juice manages to get it past Jeff Dale and into the net. It's now 1-1, 4:38 left in the second half of this men's B pool play game at State 2026 here at Augsburg. I think if Mel's boys doesn't get their groove back, they're going to be in trouble here, and Red Rock might just get another goal. We might not go into OT at all. That was a really solid showing. They had a wonderful penalty kill. They continued that momentum into that, and they worked hard. They earned that goal. Pete managed to get that around. Pete and Stark, both very fast, both named Dave. Bank pass. I feel like some of the Mel's boys' shoes are like shot. There's a lot of slipping. Good recovery there from the defender. Stark with the ball. Rip from the defender. Almost tipped from Neubauer. Kicked off to the side. Sorry. Phone was not quite where I wanted it to be. Neubauer with the ball. Cut here from Pete in the middle. Neubauer opts to rip it. Jail puts that to the side. A lot of turnovers from Mel's boys in this game, even before now. They seem a little uncoordinated and a little tired. Still in the zone here for Red Rock. And they've got the numbers. Mooney back-checking hard. Neubauer with the ball. He's going to have two Daves wide here. Dale with a solid save. Managed to keep that away from that weak side where there were two Red Rock guys waiting. To McArdle. Rip. Off the netting. Still in play. Picked up by Mel's boys. Bank off the boards. Got Baby Burmis. Manages to get it around the Red Rock defender and out. Number 5 coming in hot. Doesn't quite make it. Neubauer now. Running in. Good pick off by Pat. Solid back check. Dale puts that back for Marty here in the corner. Marty ices it. 3 minutes left. 2:59. Never mind. 1-1. Men's pool play. B state tournament game. I don't know. Connor puts that back. Carpenter. Nelson now with the ball in the corner. Marty puts it up, picked off by Ben. Bretzman says no thanks. Miko now with the ball for Red Rock. Back up to Carpenter. To Miko. Shot the ball across. Juice will get there. Tries to shoot. Bobbles a little. Goes back behind. Marty there first, but good pressure from Miko. Picks that off. Oh, some stick swinging in the corner. I think pretty typical of men's B. Carpenter with the ball. Rip toward the net. Tipped down by Nelson, but didn't quite get to the net. Two here walking. Pressure from Miko. Manages to get it out of the zone. Bretzman, I think they're calling a penalty or a hand pass. They're calling a hand pass. I was going to say, that'd be crazy. Didn't look like anything happened. So hand pass. We'll go back here outside the Mel's Boys zone. We have 1:57 left in the second half. Oh, never mind. We're going here. So they said it was a Red Rock hand pass. McArdle will get here first for Red Rock. Pass back behind to Zimmer. Back to McArdle. He's got Neubauer up off the boards here. Good dig in by Burmis. Sorry. Doing a bad job with the camera work on the boards here. Scott Curtis, good rip up. Picked off by McArdle though, but recovered by Mel's Boys here. Flip back down low into the zone. Bretzman v. Stark here in a foot race. Kick pass back to McArdle. McArdle bank up the boards for Zimmer with a pinch here from number 3. So Zimmer will walk back a bit. Goes back to McArdle. Looking for Neubauer in the middle. He'll get there. In the feet of Burmis. Dig here on the boards. Burmis almost manages to get that around a couple guys. Banks up off Burmis on a bank pass. I don't know if that got out or not. Burmis ripped wide. Bretzman recovery. Oh my God, those boys almost got that point back. Fanned shot from Nevers and it didn't quite pan out. Bummer. Oh, bummer. Bummer for the boys. Good for Red Rock though. They're saying net off was on Mel's Boys, so the face off will come down here outside the Mel's Boys zone. Charlie Bear's watching. Charlie, why aren't you here bench coaching your boys? Oh, the clock never got stopped for some reason. It just kept running. So there's 42 seconds left. Tied 1-1 game here. Juice, loose, shot wide. Miko up to Carpenter. Carpenter, shot toward the net. Banked aside by Dale. Miko with it. Tough customer, don't let him walk around. Shot goes wide. Juice has it. Shot wide. Up, off the netting. Miko there. Shot toward the net. Kicked aside by Curtis. Mooney tried to bank it up and out, but Carpenter got there first. A couple of turnovers here from the boys. Caught in some feet. Juice left very unattended. Shot into Jeff Dale. They're calling something. I don't know what, but Red Rock seems happy. I think they just gave Tim Burmis a penalty, but I don't know what for. So there's 2 seconds of regulation. And Mel's Boys will go into OT with a penalty, which is a massive bummer unless Red Rock just wins it right now. Red Rock now scrambling to figure out who they want on the ice for 2.1 seconds, which should actually probably be like 10 seconds. Not pleasant for Mel's Boys. I was just trying to figure out, I think, who they want on the ice. Solid 4 to keep out there. Pat, Bretzman, Marty, Mooney. Block shot. I'm not sure what that whistle was for. I think because they just never started the clock. Oh, the penalty's not up. That is a problem, I suppose, but they'll probably just put it on after. Pretty sure there's OT for pool play games. Pretty sure it's like 4v4, so it'll probably be 4v3 with goal, or no, probably 3v3 with goalies, so it'll be 4v3 until Tim Burmess's penalty is up. I'm still not sure what the call was. I'll have to ask a Mel's boy later, I guess. A boy of Mel. Burmess out here. Captain's talking to the refs. Mel's boys almost had it there a couple times. I mean, biggest thing is Mel's boys just needs to not get scored on for like a minute and 58 seconds. Oh, they gave Burmess 5. Well, they're putting 15 minutes on the clock, which doesn't feel right. What happened that Mitch Burmess got that long of a penalty? Or not Mitch Burmess, Tim Burmess. Mitch is a goalie and is not playing in this tournament. Wow. And they're leaving now they're clearing the penalty. I'm not sure what's happening. Okay, now they put the 5 minutes up for OT, which sounds right. But I mean, technically, his penalty should be 4 minutes and 58 seconds. Never mind. They changed it to 1:58. I was going to say, I don't know that he did anything that constituted a major, whatever it was. I think there would have been a lot more spice. So we'll have 5 minutes of, normally it would be 3v3 OT, but because Mel's boys has a penalty, it should be 4v3 until the whistle after Tim's penalty ends. Tim Burmess's penalty ends, that is. There's a Tim on Red Rock, so I'll be careful there. And then it should go back to 3v3 for the rest of OT. Looks like Red Rock is rolling with Connor, Zimmer, Neubauer, Miko to start OT, and then Mel's Boys 3 will be Mooney, Pat, and Brutzman. It's hard to start OT. At least it's not 4v4 no goalies with a penalty. I feel like you're pretty much cooked at that point. That's a tough one to kill. I haven't seen that killed too many times. Tim Zimmer not paying attention, almost gave Mooney an opportunity there. Connor gets the ball back. Pass back to Zimmer, to Miko. Oh, Miko slips. Like I said, are these guys' shoes okay? Miko manages to get it around Pat. Mel's boys giving him the business. Mooney just needs to clear, but he'll opt to go. Manages to get around Tim, but I mean, yeah, Red Rock D, solid back checking. Mooney will get around anyway. Good pick off by Connor. Good D. I played with Connor, I think, last year in ABL playoffs. I subbed with Nordiques and played with him, and he was really fun to play with. Neubauer with it for Red Rock. Manages to get around Jeff Dale, and that'll be the game. Red Rock 2, Mel's Boys 1 in this first pool play game of Men's B State. Thanks for watching.